Hi, this is Pastor Michael at Ascension Lutheran Church in Torrance, California. It's time for another Midweek Boost. I have to tell you, it's hard to give a boost when you're in the midst of Matthew, where we are right now in chapter 26. If you recall, last Sunday we talked about Jesus and his torment in the Garden of Gethsemane as he pondered being separated from his Father. You see, Jesus was going to take on sin into his flesh. He was the one accused. He was the one that was to feel the separation so that we would never have to. And it troubled him greatly as he anticipated having to go through that. But that wasn't all that he had to go through. He was about to also endure being betrayed by a friend, and then later people would scatter when the authorities came after him. They would be afraid and they would run, and Jesus would be left alone. All of us know a bit what that feels like. Not to the extent that Jesus experienced, but we all know what it feels like to feel betrayed, to feel alone, to feel the separation from God, like he's not there for us. But the truth of the matter is, Jesus went through the separation from God so that we never have to. We should know that God is always with us. Even when we feel like he's a million miles away, he's not. Because of what Christ has done for us on the cross, he is always there with us. He is God with us, always. Even in your most desperate hour, God is right there, and he will never leave you. Some of you are listening to this and you're going through a lot of pain. People that you love, you know, are dying. Maybe you're suffering yourself from some sickness, or you're just at that point in your life where you know it's time. Some people are grieving for others because of what's going on in other people's lives. You just need to know that God is always with you. And remember his promises, that he works all things together for the good for those that love him and are called to his purpose. And remember that he's in charge. In Philippians chapter 2, Paul urges us to work out our salvation with fear and trembling. You're saved because of what Jesus Christ has done for you on the cross, and your faith in what he's done and who he is. But we need to work that faith out. We need to exercise it. We need to take it for a run. We need to use it. And as troubles are in our life, we should not let them overwhelm us or overtake us with grief or anxiety or fear, but believe. Believe in what God has told us, that he is with us, that he does love us, that he will see us through, that he is for us and with us and in us, and that he's given us his Spirit to empower us so that with him we can do all things. We can endure all things. That's what it means to work out your faith. And it's scary. So there's fear and trembling that goes with it, because what has to happen for you to work out your faith? You have to do what Jesus did in the garden and surrender your will to the will of the Father, and to say, I trust you, God. I trust you, Father. I'm not going to worry about this anymore. I'm going to give it up. I'm going to surrender it to you. There's nothing I can do. You're in control. And I believe that you love me. I believe that your promises are true. I believe that you will indeed work all things together for my good. There'll be a little fear, a little bit of trembling, But as you work out your salvation, put your salvation and your faith to the test, you will see that God is truly with you. Have a blessed night, everybody.